I've been ordering through Blue Apron for the past 4 weeks, I believe. I've had 4 different shipments, and I have purchased the 2-person meal plan for the week. So what that means is there are 2 servings that come with every recipe that you receive. So this past week I received 3 recipes. Tonight I am focusing on the black pepper beef and bok choy and garlic rice. Oddly enough, I have been craving bok choy, and I completely forgot that this was in my meal plan this was a recipe for this week. This is about half a bag of chow mein noodles eaten and gone because I've been craving bok choy. And the time that it's supposed to take is 25 to 35 minutes. There is no prep time on this sheet. Usually there is, and the prep time is usually 15 minutes. The first step is to make the garlic rice. The second step is to prepare the remaining ingredients. The third step is to cook the vegetables. Fourth is making the sauce. Fifth is the stir fry. The sixth is the stir fry and plate your dish. I would say on an easy to expert level, when it comes to cooking food with Blue Apron, I'd say intermediate when you're using the recipes. It's timing, and it's having the right tools. You can never have enough olive oil or salt and pepper. You will always add in a tablespoon of olive oil or 2 tablespoons, depending on what it is you're cooking. After you do your prepping, you're literally going to season everything as you go. I'm gonna do the stopwatch. One other thing I've noticed is that when you are cooking with Blue Apron, whatever you think is a small pan, you want to go a size bigger than that if you have it available. If you do not, just work with what you've got. So here we go. Peel and roughly chop the garlic. I did 3 pieces because I've figured out that if there's anything that's going to have spice to it, I want there to be a lot of flavor. Also, 2 of these garlic cloves are rather small, so that's why I'm doing 3 instead of just 2. I've learned how to smash the garlic with a knife. Otherwise, if you have a trusty garlic smasher, you can always use this as well. It's a pretty nice garlic smasher. Alright, I'm gonna get out my cutting board. Trusty cutting board. I've had a lot of fun cooking with Blue Apron. One thing I've noticed is that you have to move quickly in order to meet the times with Blue Apron. There's no way at the rate I'm going with peeling this garlic already that I'm gonna be done in 15 minutes. There just can't be a way. And garlic is sticky, so it does not help. But it helps to know how to navigate your way around certain foods, and garlic is definitely, without question, one of those foods. Another thing, you'll notice that there's a map showing you the layout of the foods. So what I do is I match bowls to what this looks like. That way, if I'm working with unfamiliar food, I know exactly what it is I need to grab based off of this map that they provided. I'm gonna get some Tupperware to put my items in. I need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowls. I need 1 more. So what I'm gonna do to make matters easier for me, and because I have the tool available at my hands, I'm just going to put the garlic in this and smash it, instead of making a mess on the cardboard. With Blue Apron recipes, you're going to work with garlic pretty often. Also, if you hear a barking or a meow, there's a cat and a dog where I currently am at. I wish this were my kitchen, it is not. Alright, so I have my garlic. In a small pot, combine the rice, half the garlic, and a pinch of salt in 1 cup of water. So because I know how much rice there is, I'm literally going to use a 1.5 quart pot. I'm going to put 1 cup of water. Turn that on high. I have sea salt, so I'm going to use that. It says a pinch of salt. I'm going to do a little bit more than a pinch of salt. It says half the garlic, so depending on how spicy I'm going to want my rice, I'll do a little bit more than half. heat to boiling on high. The cover on it. I'm also going to get pepper, and I have some olive oil here. It says fresh thyme, but it's olive oil, I promise. And I got my pepper. Preparing the remainder of the ingredients. While the rice cooks, wash and dry the fresh produce. We have scallions. Another thing is if you have a cutting tool that cuts super quickly, that'll cut your time nearly in half. Smells so good. Alright, we're gonna put the scallions. Cut off and discard the stem end of the island pepper. I had no idea that this was an island pepper. It's pretty cool, huh? Half the pepper lengthwise. I don't want to move insanely fast with this because I want to be able to enjoy cooking, because otherwise what's the purpose? Alright, let's see how the water's doing. We're getting pretty close to being ready to put the rice in. Thinly slice the peppers crosswise. I'm not fashionable when it comes to using a knife. Oh boy! Woo! We've got rice. Alright, for 12 to 14 minutes, I always go halfway. So kitchen timer, 13, start. There is a rhythm with Blue Apron recipes. At one point or another, usually start predicting what you're gonna end up doing, which is convenient and nice. That also helps the process move faster. The first time I cooked a Blue Apron item, it took me an hour, but I didn't know what I was doing. Cut off and discard the roots and ends of the bok choy. Thinly slice, separating the white bottoms and the green tops. That took me approximately 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright, cooking the vegetables in a large non-stick pan, if you have one. Let's start over again. Heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil on medium-high. Because it is bok choy, we're going to be adding lots of ingredients into this pan. Front, light. I'll add the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Just set this in the sink because I might need it a little bit later on. You never know. Add the island pepper, the bok choy, the ginger. You'll always get a bag of knickknacks. You'll always see what it is you're cooking on the label of this bag. They're called the knickknacks. They're always on this side. And they're also always labeled in the bag too. So we have ginger, coarse ground black pepper, sweet chili sauce, rice vinegar, ponzu sauce if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the island pepper, bok choy, white bottoms of scallions, and the remaining garlic seasoning. And we have 5 minutes left on the white rice. I'll season with salt and pepper. I'm gonna bring you guys over with me. This is what it looks like. Beautiful, huh? I'm gonna add the vinegar, so the rice vinegar. To make the sauce, while the vegetables cook in a bowl, combine the sweet chili sauce. So what you're gonna end up doing is what this is gonna end up being, make the sauce. That means that this is going to be a sauce that you will probably put on top of the bok choy when it's all done. Combine the sweet chili sauce, black pepper, ponzu sauce. Stir that together. Here's what that looks like. That looks really good, doesn't it? Starting the stir fry. So I'm going to actually keep this on. So using your own hands, separate the sliced beef. I'm going to put it in one of these containers, drain it as much as I can, and we're supposed to dry pat with paper towels. Of course we are. That's another thing about these recipes is no matter what the protein is, they're always going to have you pat it dry. I personally think that this looks pretty good and I don't really need to pat it dry. The reason I'm not going to do it is because if you try to pat dry beef, it takes forever to get off paper towel, and it's just a pain. I'm gonna season this now. My salt and pepper, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm gonna add those 2 tablespoons now. We're also gonna put salt and pepper. If you think you put enough salt and pepper, you might wanna put more. It just depends on your preference. 1 to 2 minutes do this. So actually we're gonna redo this, 2 minutes. The olive oil gives the meat a different flavor, which I like. That's another thing you'll learn over time is you may or may not like the flavors that you're adding into the dish. Oh, I forgot to add the ginger. Whoops. I'm flipping the beef. I think this looks great. And that's the 2 minutes for this beef, but clearly we're gonna need more time. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Bok choy looks great. This rice looks sensational. Add the cooked vegetables and sauce to the pan. So I'm gonna add the cooked vegetables and sauce to the pan with the beef in it. Woo, this looks perfect. Awesome. Supposed to once again season the sauce, or I'm supposed to season the beef and the vegetables with salt and pepper again. Divide the garlic rice between 2 dishes, top with the finished stir fry, garnished with green tops with the scallions. Whoops. And there's my cat. All right, turn that off. I would personally add way more vegetables to this than what this recipe calls for. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to add this to the pan. Hang on, we're gonna redo that quick. I'm so used to there being a side sauce that you dip your entree into. There we go. Also, for time's sake, we're at 23 minutes. I just tossed all that sauce that I made in here to give it even more flavor. Tossing it around. Now I'm going to add it to my plate. Doing such a fabulous job, aren't I? Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Blue Apron. And here's mine. Let's try a bite. See what it tastes like. Mmm. So good. I'm gonna take some liberties. I'm gonna add noodles to the top. A little bit of my 2 cents is have enough salt and pepper on hand. I would have liked to have had bigger leaves for the bok choy. The beef tastes amazing. But everything is seasoned wonderfully and perfectly.